Good afternoon, and very good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Viewgraphy. I hope you guys doing great. Yeah, me too. Had plenty of sleep today, so yeah, yeah, I'm good. Today video is about it's about technology that we are using in mobile specifically. Yep, it's about photography. This video is about photography, but I'm just changing the domain a bit. I'm talking about mobile photography and how the technology is evolving, how much the mobile industry impacting the digital camera industries, stuff like that. So I'm going to be brief, but I want to bring some facts to you which probably you never heard, and that's what I always intend to share anything or which really gives you benefit or share with you the facts. Well, a couple of days ago, on September 7th, Nikon, I'm sorry, Apple. You must be saying he's a real Nikon fanboy. Well, I'm a hardcore Nikon user. What do you expect? So, on September 7th, Apple released the new iPhone 14 and couple of more products, iPhone 14, 14 Pro, Watch Ultra, which I really love, Watch SC and Watch Series 8 and AirPods. So total 6 items they released, and of course we'll talk about the elephant in the room, which is iPhone 14 and its camera system, and how much iPhone 14 is different than iPhone 13. Before we talk about that, just give you this fact that if you keep upgrading your camera or your mobile every single year, you won't see anything significant difference, because all these camera companies putting the stuff into your mobile not on a massive scale, yeah, it's just incremental, small increment. But if you keep a mobile for 2, 3, 4 years with you, and let's say 3 to 4 years with you, use it safely, and then you're going to upgrade it, then you will feel a massive difference. And that's what I'm doing all the time. I jumped from 4S to 5S, I believe. No, 4S to 6S. I jumped from 4S to 6S, and then from 6S I jumped to iPhone 10. Yep, which was a massive change for me. And iPhone 10, no doubt the most iconic design iPhone in history. Like, everybody loves the design, the performance, and the feature that it came with. That augmented reality and 2x camera in much more fashionable way, display, pause time, the face ID, stuff like that. So it was iconic, and it was the most hyped and most like eye-catchy design. No doubt about that. And then from iPhone 10 to iPhone 11 Pro, yeah, that's the not massive jump from iPhone 10 to iPhone 11. Because in between there was iPhone 10s, which I did. So iPhone 10 to iPhone 11, that was not a big jump, but before that I was making the big jumps. And now I'm thinking to go with iPhone 14 Pro, from 11 Pro to 14 Pro. That's 3 generations. So expect some massive results difference, which obviously you're going to see. So if the whole idea is, if you want to upgrade for something big which gives you value, which adds value in your routine, which adds value in terms of your output, which adds value in terms of overall usability or functionality or whatever you want to use any device for. And this applies to everything. Same goes for cars. If you keep upgrading your car every year, you won't feel anything difference. But if you change the car from, like, let's suppose 2010 to 2015 model, obviously design, features, inside, outside will gonna impact the overall experience of the car. Same goes for mobile. Same goes for laptops, anything. So that being said, there's a big question going on, which is about the iPhone 14, which is no more different than iPhone 13. In fact, there is a famous Instagram image posted by Steve Jobs, late Steve Jobs' daughter, Eva Jobs, and she was trying to make a fun that the guy wearing a shirt and he's receiving a gift of the same shirt from somebody else, and she said that iPhone 13 in the form of iPhone 14. I was sad to see, to be very honest, like, how come you are making fun of the product or the product which you made by the company which your father built? But I guess everybody have their own reasons. So she was mocking iPhone 14. And of course, when you see some this kind of posts, people start trolling, and the whole world was trolling for like iPhone 14 and iPhone 13 difference. And I was on a Facebook group, somebody said the same thing, and then I was wondering, even the guy said that iPhone 14 is exactly like iPhone 13, okay, with $200 extra price. And that gave me a kind of a stop. I was like, how come? How come Apple do that? So I start digging. That's what I do. I love to dig information, try to learn and share with you guys. So I start digging the information, and I see not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, like 6, 7, perhaps 8 differences, which I have noted down. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to write it to you in your screen right over here, the differences that iPhone 14 and 13 comes, and you read those differences by yourself, and then you justify that the $200 extra is worth adding into iPhone 14. Just see those list of the things which makes iPhone 13 different than iPhone 14. Just read that. As you are reading that list, I'm going to keep talking, keep sharing with you that, see, the front camera difference, back camera difference, software updates, and the features which was not there, image movie stabilization, alright, and all this with bigger aperture, front camera aperture better, also the back camera aperture got better, and all these things, which improves your low light capability of the camera, of the overall phone experience. And Apple is charging you $200 only for all this list, for the same thing, same processor, no doubt about that, same overall package. Here is the thing. I always say this thing, and I am quoting this, and this applies to every single thing, everything. And the thing which I often say now is, technology comes with price. Yep, technology comes with price. You cannot get the best of the best at the cheaper price. So if you are getting all that list into iPhone 14 as a bonus, and Apple is charging $200 for it, I guess they can. Yeah, it's totally, if they wouldn't be charging, the price would be the same, then of course that will be a real bonus. But imagine you are working at Apple, you are working all those software feature, hardware feature, photonic engine, image stabilization, and all that. You're working day and night hard, coding, coding the software, preparing the feature, putting into the iPhone 14. You are spending day and night at Apple, trying to make the product which stands out better than before. And you go to your boss in Apple and you ask for a raise, that I need a bonus because I need a raise in my salary because I did this thing. And the Apple boss said, well, I'm sorry, I cannot raise your salary because I'm not going to raise the iPhone 14 price. I'm going to keep it till iPhone 13 price, just like iPhone 13 price. So people gonna buy it with additional software, with additional feature which is just made, so it will be good for the business. This will automatically going to demotivate you, and you will think like, why the hell I'm working so hard at Apple if I'm not getting bonus, if I'm not getting appreciation, if my salary is not increased, why would I work? Like, forget Apple, let them work. So automatically demotivation comes into the play, and you will not work that much efficient or not that much um, with heart and soul to make a good product for the next year. So imagine you are working at Apple and this happens to you. You have to think globally, you have to think from equal perspective. I'm not justifying that $200 extra, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. What if I'm working at Apple and I come with this plan? Like for example, I last night, yesterday morning, I sent a tweet to Tim Cook, and I'll put that tweet on the screen right now. And everybody was making fun of the notch for the last few years. The notch on the top of the iPhone screen, everybody was making fun. Everyone. His notch is there, not full screen experience, blah 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 blah. Samsung made a troll out of it. Samsung made ads on the notch, making fun of the notch. Totally cool. Totally cool. And last year, somebody in Apple said that I want somebody to think about how to make this polarizing or not so good looking feature or part or whatever you call it, that notch on the iPhone. I need somebody to make it look good. And again, some genius start thinking about it, and I was like, nobody wants to look at the notch, everybody wants to look at the big screen of the iPhone. So how to make people look at the notch? How to make it look so cool that people start loving it. The people who don't like this thing, the notch, they start loving it. And one guy, probably the team, but I'm pretty much sure there will be one guy at Apple who come up with this feature, said, why don't we make the notch and expand it as per the app as a notification? And everybody going to blow away. And this is exactly what happened. Everyone who are not liking the notch now will be looking at the notch, because some genius at Apple made it look so cool with this innovative idea that notifications should be coming in the form of ping ping ping. Let's put it at the notch and expand it like it's an information center, and that information center keep getting customized as per app. It will run at the background multiple times or whatever. Isn't it look cool? Imagine you come up with this idea and you are not being paid extra for it. So in that tweet, I mentioned to Tim Cook that whoever gave this idea, give that guy a raise in salary or a bonus for such innovative feature. So I really like that idea, because I'm thinking from the designing perspective, from manufacturing perspective, not only as a user. So I think globally, and this is no doubt one of the best innovative idea how to turn the table against everybody who are trying to make fun of the notch. Now everybody is going to copy the notch. There's that thing called, now it's called dynamic island. I'm not hearing praise iPhone. It's just that I really like that thing from a user's perspective. Yeah, I am an Apple user, Apple product user, but I use product which really helps me. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's what thing I was talking about, the technology. Technology comes with price, and you need to give incentives to the people who are working on technology. But there is a very fine line between innovation and copy. Very fine line. Like literally like very fine. Like this much fine. Copy, original, copy, original. Maybe less than this. When people are talking about megapixels and the technology into the mobile phones, all right, that really changing the user perception, user experience about certain feature. For example, megapixels. Number one is megapixel. Everybody was like, we are talking 108 megapixel in Samsung phone. Well, Nokia released PureView 808 in 2012. When nobody with 41 megapixel, when nobody wants more, people even hardly using 5 megapixel. All right. Nokia was the real inventor. Real innovation comes, many of them came from Nokia, which nobody talks about these days. Following year, in 2002, Nokia released Nokia Lumia 1020. 1020 was the groundbreaking phone when it comes to photography. 41 megapixels, and it the first phone, actually PureView and Lumia 1020 was the first phone in the world who used oversampling, or also called pixel binning, whatever you call it. Oversampling to reduce the change the resolution of the camera, which gives you better experience. This is what exactly introduced in iPhone 14. And in iPhone 14, the first time iPhone users are going to have an upgrade of the camera from 12 megapixel to 48 megapixel. It's a massive jump, 4 times. But that 41 megapixel gives you the 12 megapixel output by using pixel binning or oval sampling, that it used 4 adjacent pixels and make it as a 1. Alright. Same, no, that's been introduced by iPhone 10 years later in 2022, but it was done in 2011 years ago into Nokia PureView 808. So who is the real inventor? Again, see, I'm not a fanboy. I'm talking about facts. Perhaps you think that a few minutes ago, you were thinking I was praising the dynamic island or the notch. No, no. I am praising the innovation, and this is exactly what I'm going to talk about in this whole video. Innovation, what the real innovation is, where it actually happened. So Nokia 808 PureView Lumia 1020 was the pure innovation. Nokia used 1/2-3 inch sensor, which was the massive sensor back in the days in 2002, so much big that it makes the phone pure 808 PureView so much bulky, like really bulky. Even the back of the 808 PureView was it was bulky, like here kind of a curve, because the camera module was very big at that time. And 808 or Nokia Lumia 1020 comes with a software feature which it gives you output by oversampling or pixel binning, whatever you call it, by a 5 megapixel, 8 megapixel, 5 megapixel, up to 3 megapixel. And the results were really great, because oversampling gives you crisp image without sacrificing the quality. I hope on YouTube the Lumia 1020 ads were there. I hope somebody have seen it. If you've seen the ad, I really need you to go to the YouTube and search for Lumia 1020 ad. I remember there was one ad where the people were there was a hall, the kids were playing on the stage performing, and the parents were sitting in the front, and there was one couple, parent, my father and mother, sitting right at the back, very far in the last row. And when the kid starts performing, everybody was rushing and trying to take the picture of the kids, and they were fighting going on between, except the last that couple sitting at the last, because they took out the Lumia 1020 and they just zoom in all the way from the back to the front and took the shot. That was that was really funny. But that shows the quality of the digital zoom in Lumia 1020. That how much capable that camera is, and it was really capable. I used I still have Lumia 1020 with me. I love the output from Lumia 1020. It's the battery is gone, I cannot charge it. But man, that camera is so damn cool. I have some iconic shots from Lumia 1020, which I'm going to put on the screen, which you can see by now. And that thing is really, amazing. I love that camera, to be very honest. Even before Lumia 1020 and ProView 808, does anybody remember Nokia N95? N95 was the breakthrough innovative product from Nokia with two-way slider, with music control, dedicated buttons, with DVD quality video recording, which HSDPA carrier, which is high speed internet. Now we are having LTE. Before that, it was like H, GSM, 3G, HSDPA, and then we have 4G, 5G, LTE, stuff like that. So there is a whole progress of the technology when it comes to GSM, comes to mobile carrier. So that was the very first mobile, and it comes with tiny micro SD card slots, so you can expand the memory. I love to have that Nokia N95 8GB edition, because 8GB edition comes with a bigger screen than the traditional Nokia N95. It has the dedicated 8GB of memory built in, and man, it comes with DVD quality video recording, comes with music control for iPod type, dedicated buttons, two-way slide. You can play games. Even there was some Messenger by Symbian operating system for those cameras or those models. And man, I love that mobile. I still have it. Yeah, I have a collection of mobile, some vintage mobile. So that was an innovative feature from Nokia, followed by Nokia PureView 808, Lumia 1020. Now I'm going to talk about the camera system. I hope you guys remember Huawei P30. All right, P30 was the very first camera. Comes with the periscope feature, the periscope camera, right, which makes the zoom all combination 10x optical zoom combined with 5x digital or 10x digital zoom make it 100x overall zoom, and people go bonker. Like people went really crazy. But nobody knows that it was first introduced in, I believe, 2002 by Minolta in their camera called D-Image-X. D-Image-S. I'll put that camera on the screen right now. That camera, it was invented by Minolta 2002. It contains that periscopic feature, which like periscopic is like if you're shooting over here, so the zoom comes over here. In fact, in periscope there was like light come over here. There's a 45-degree mirror, so light comes here, reflect back inside the camera. There was a small lenses are there, which makes much more efficient optical zoom, which consumes very less space. So if you look at the camera again, it's very compact without having any bulky 5x zoom which goes in and out, making the overall volume of the camera so much. I'll put another screen and another camera called Samsung K100 I believe. which comes with 10x optical zoom. 10x optical zoom in Samsung. It was a failure product because the phone with 10x optical system inside the phone makes so heavy. I used that phone for testing. It was so bulky, nobody wants to use it. So it was compared because the whole 10x assembly of the optical, which provides 10x optical zoom, was pushed into a, in a mobile, which is size of my hand. So it was not welcomed. It was a failure product from Samsung. So nobody adopt that big chunky optical assembly into a mobile. That's where everybody went for Minolta solution. Minolta solution was periscope camera, which was much more modular, like literally very much modular, like this in size in total, which you put into a mobile and make it work. Periscope camera was used by Oppo, Samsung, LG, I'm not sure, but Samsung, Oppo, and all those different mobile company. And but it was original design and invented by Minolta. Nobody knows that, but I'm sure now you know that. So all these camera companies, they are not innovating, they are just copying. And if anybody tells me that Samsung is innovative, Samsung is innovative in screens, digital screens, for mobile, for tablets, for laptops, and all that, for TV. No doubt they are most dominating company in the world when it comes to screen. But and they are really good. They are really, really good. But LG is better. Yep. That's why Apple use LG screens for their desktop monitors. There was LG Ultrafine 4K and 5K from LG. They never used Samsung. Why? There is a reason. Apple don't compromise on quality, so that's why. On the mobile, for the iPhones, they are using Samsung screen, no doubt, not the LG. I'm sure Apple has their own reasons for it, but now the Samsung is now pushing Apple as iPhone 14 released 2 days ago. Now there are tweets from Samsung that let us know when you are able to make foldable phones. There was a tweet, and I was like, man, they are really making fun of each other, like really. Here's the thing. I use foldable phones. I go to the mall, I use the user experience, and I can tell you, foldable phones are very much immune for having that crease comes right at the edge, right in the middle where the phone bends, display bends, and you don't have that smooth image. Imagine you are having a phone, Samsung, LG, Huawei phone, it's foldable phone, you open it. You want to view the content, let's say image. I'm talking about a normal user perspective. I'm not talking technically right now, a normal user's perspective. I'm a user and I use the phone and I open it. I want to view my work. I'm a photographer. Okay, and the moment I open the app, I'm flipping through and I see my photo which I took with very hard. I spend hours in editing, landscape image, very beautiful sunrise, blah 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 blah. Alright, I open it, I'm trying to view, but I see a bend in the middle of the screen where the hinge combines and the screen gets folded. I see a bend, and that bend is annoying, just like the notch, because it's not giving me the pleasure of seeing the smoothness, that continuity of seeing the image from corner to corner. Because when I see the image, my eye directly goes into the bend. It happened with me. Not once. I literally experienced on Huawei and Samsung products. There was a bend, and my whole time when I was watching the content, even I was browsing on Huawei foldable phone. I was browsing it, and my eye was constantly stuck in the middle of the bend, where the crease, where the screen folds. And I was like, man, this is annoying. Again, that's my user perspective. But if you are experienced, if you use those products, you will agree with me on this part. When you see the crease or the bend in when you try to see the flat screen, when you get used to of watching laptops, those desktop monitor or a mobile or tablets, your mind are immune, not immune, your mind is basically tuned of watching everything flat, and when you see that bend, you have to see the crease. It's not good. It's really not good. It's annoying. So I believe Apple probably not going to make any foldable phones. They will make foldable tablets. That's for sure. They already filed the patent for it, for foldable screen. So you will see some foldable products from Apple in future, probably in next 4 5 years. Not now, but but it will be a tablet, not the phone. So I don't know how Nike microprocessors. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Apple. I don't know how Apple is going to make it, but they will make the foldable products. But it will be large, not the small. So there will be something. Uh, so I just mentioned a few innovations which were copied by the competitors, and which was originally manufactured designed by someone else, or they were introduced to the world by someone else. And again, technology comes with price. Nokia paid the price for not able to be keeping up with the rest of the world, when the whole world was going to the Google Android system. They didn't listen. They were keeping the Symbian operating system, which was good enough. But again, the only thing constant in the world is the change. So I really feel sorry for Nokia. To be very honest, it was one of my favorite brands of mobile when I was using it. Uh, Originally, I love Motorola. Oh man, Motorola phones. Yeah, reminds me from Motorola. One more thing, foldable phones, flip phone. Motorola iconic foldable phone, the Razr. Before Razr, uh, uh, the very first foldable phone was introduced by Motorola. The very first foldable phone introduced by Motorola called StarTech. I have that phone. I told you I am a collector of. I have that phone, and it was really damn good. It was really damn good. It gives you flip. Then Razer came. Razer destroyed everything, everything. Even Razer was introduced as a foldable phone recently, last couple of years ago, I believe, with the Android operating system. But it's not that catchy, just like the original Razer. Now, for Motorola, Motorola also introduced one phone with GPS. I believe I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there was a phone with GPS reception. Yeah, there was a phone. So if the iPhone 14 comes with satellite communication, it was already being done by Motorola, I believe. You know what? I'm not sure. I have to see. I have to cross check, and I'll put in the video. If I'm not going to put in the video, then I'm going to cut it. So you will see some editing. So yeah, these are the things which have been done by previously, whatever, by someone else, and now these companies are trying to cash in. Don't get wow with the future. Just you have to look in the past. innovation. Like I mentioned, the real innovator in this video, Minolta, Nokia, Apple when it comes to dynamic island, because that's how they innovate. They turn the table around using software and hardware, you know, by combining software and hardware at the same time. So, yep, it's like that. I hope you like this video, and I'm trying to make different contents every year. Not every year, I mean every other time. I'm making too much blunder in this video today. I need caffeine. Yeah. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys with some other stuff in future, with some new content. Till then, take care. Bye.